Go. Page of Swords, children, messages of love, and children are currently very active in your money energy. It also says to me that you sort of childlike, loving, and giving in the way that you spend money. All right, here we have the Nine of Cups the Knight of Cups, excuse me. The Knight of Cups means that romantically you tend to be very sweet and very giving in relationships. Okay, so let's see here what we have. Okay, Judgment card is coming out. Right now you're reevaluating what you give, how you give it in relationships. You're looking at the way you make decisions about money is certainly of interest to you this month. There's a lot of reflection going on. Okay, it looks also too as though in the past you made a decision about where you live or a relationship that you do not think really helped you. It shows that you were very, you feel maybe a little bit naive about what somebody said or did in terms of how they tried to influence where you live, how you live. You did feel as though this was a long-term partnership, and it looks as though that may not be the case. It also looks as though somebody that you once thought was a soulmate maybe is not a soulmate. This is a soulmate card turned reversed. It looks as though you've lost interest in a situation recently that you were highly invested in. Now, you're very philosophical, and I like this because you're being very gentle with yourself, Gemini. It shows that you don't really regret anything that you've given because that's not your nature. You don't give gifts for which you have regret. You only look at situations, Gemini, in terms of how they can, how you can really create more abundance for yourself. Emperor card says that this month you really feel as though you're not going to make any big changes. You're not going to make any big decisions. This is a card of executive management. It is a card of manifestation. It says that somebody in your life that you thought and is far more capable, you have an emperor in your life who is a reverse emperor. So it says that you think the person in your life has the ability to manifest great wealth and that they just choose not to. All right, let's look and see how you're viewing the situation this month, what you, in terms of self-awareness, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're not going to invest, okay? So again, we're talking about children and a love relationship or a romantic offer that fell really short and hurt you financially because, you know, there's nothing tragic here. So, but it does show that you are going to realign very quickly here. The Magician card says, again, it's reversed. You feel a little bit powerless. What I'm seeing is a lot of healing. The Magician card reversed says, I'm not going to take action like I would in the upright. I'm not going to do anything about how I've come into the month feeling this sort of very strong lack energy. I'm not going to really go backwards. I'm going to heal, but I'm going to do it on my own time. I'm not going to repeat the same mistakes that I made in a relationship a little bit too early, perhaps. That Page and Knight of Cups says that the relationship didn't have as much gravity as you possibly thought, or what was promised, because these were promises that were made, implicitly or otherwise. The Temperance card, oh wow, the Temperance card is reversed. You have no desire to go into the past again. You have, oh wow. It does show that you will maintain contact with this person, but you will not be overly blunt with them. You're not really going to tell them that you feel as though they were very aggressive with you, they were opportunistic with you. The Knight of Swords upright is sort of brash energy. It really says basically that, you know, you feel, usually you speak your mind. You have these thoughts, you have these feelings of really wanting to let this person think, you know, to know energetically what they've actually done in your life, but it does show that you're going to keep that to yourself. I do want to clarify a little bit of this for you. We're halfway through the reading approximately. I am timing them, so I get a little bit, I'm a Gemini, so I like to talk. All of a sudden I notice my readings are 20 minutes long, and that's a little too long. All right, so it shows the movement of swords. You have great clarity. Judgment card says you have great clarity. And the movement of swords is that you really feel as though someone was very assertive. The movement of swords is the Knight of Swords, which is your ending card. In the upright position, your Knight of Swords convinced you to possibly make a bad decision about the relationship, and or they were quite assertive in terms of your house, your home. This card upright is buying a home, okay? Getting married for stability to also enhance the ability to buy a home. It is a card of marriage, so implied in a marriage is security, and yet this person pushed you to make a decision that was not in your best interest, and the relationship did not manifest to be what they promised, okay? The Ace of Wands indicates that this person invited you. This is a child, right? Children. We have a child. This person invited you into the lives of their children very, very, with great gusto, put you right in the middle of the action, and you're feeling very much like, well, okay, I was there. You feel a little bit like a widget, like, okay, this person really wanted somebody to come in and do this, and the fact that I was standing there and looking, and this is a card looking into the future, this person again sort of used pretty powerful manifestation to manifest you, and in manifesting for this person something that they were asking in terms of the relationship, you sort of didn't do well by yourself. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for a lot of Geminis right now in relationship. The Page of Swords says that you will keep an eye on this person, just sort of energetically, so that you maintain clarity in the situation. You do not want to go back into this person taking advantage of you. I really feel as though this relationship is DOA, dead on arrival, as of today. I feel as though you never will go back into a relationship with this person. You're using the King of Swords energy to cut out what feels like a trickster. The Magician reversed sometimes really feels as though you question whether or not this person really even knew what they were doing, but you have the suspicion that they've done this before with other people, or other people have done it to them, both of which are probably true. This person's expectations in relationships are a little bit, I don't want to say the word, well, I won't say the word. The person's expectations are at the very minimum unrealistic, and at the very maximum very, very jaded and selfish. Okay, so let's look at the Knight of Swords before we pull your Oracle card. You have no desire to reconcile with this person whatsoever. You feel as though they have their own issues to deal with. Again, you're going to go forward and look for a soulmate twin flame. You're doing it aggressively. The Chariot card says you are moving quickly. You know, you are moving really quickly, and you are 80% of the way to your abundance based on making good decisions about your relationships and the actions that you take. You're only going to take those actions that benefit you directly or indirectly. So if somebody wants you to move, if it's something that would help you capitalize or improve your financial situation, you would still consider doing it, but you won't do it unless it really suits you specifically. All right, your Esther Hicks, Jerry Hicks, Laws of Attraction advice from the Oracle is, we are each responsible for the thoughts we think. When you are in alignment with who you really are, you really cannot help but uplift those with whom you come into contact. Your value to those around you hinges upon only one thing, your personal alignment with Source. The only thing you have to give to another is an example of that alignment, which others may observe, then desire, and then work to achieve. But you cannot give it to them. Everyone is responsible for the thoughts they think and the things that they choose as their objects of attention. So that is your reading, Gemini. Take care. It was really good. We'll see you. Please like, subscribe, share. It's really important to me. I really appreciate everyone who has supported me on the channel. Thank you so much.